everyone, how you doing? What is going on? So as of today, it has been one whole year since I've been doing this channel. 1 year ago today I uploaded my very first review, which was for 10 Cloverfield Lane, and it has been the most incredible year thanks to all of you. I never even really meant for all this to happen. My girlfriend and I, we were watching some other reviewers on YouTube, and she turned to me and she was like, oh my god, you need to be doing that. And I sort of thought to myself, well, do people really want to know what I have to say about movies? And so I posted a thing on Facebook, and a whole bunch of people were like, oh my god, yeah, do it, do it, do it. So I thought, well, you know, like one person said, what have I got to lose? So posted a review and it went really well, and 1 year later I am still having so much fun doing this whole thing. And I really want to say thank you to everyone. Like, I've met so many cool people. It's been so much fun engaging with you guys and talking about movies and hearing different opinions, making new friends. And I really want to say thank you so much for all the amazing feedback you've been giving me as well. I mean, the reason why I'm still doing this and still having so much fun is because you guys keep giving me really great positive feedback, and it's nice to know that I'm doing something that is keeping you guys entertained and informed, because, you know, that's the whole point of this thing. So I was trying to think of something interesting to do for my 1 year anniversary video, and I kind of thought to myself, well, you know, maybe there's some people out there who just sort of take it for granted that I just, you know, sit on a couch and talk about movies. I mean, how hard can it be, right? Well, I'm going to set the record straight, because I'm going to take you guys on a little behind the scenes tour of exactly how I do my videos, because you may not realize, but a lot of work goes into these things. I mean, sometimes I can spend a few hours on one video, and even though I have a heck of a lot of fun doing it and, you know, absolutely love it, it is, you know, kind of a laborious process. So what I'm going to do is, with the use of my handy GoPro on a stick here, I am going to now cut to this shot, and I'm going to show you guys around a little bit exactly, you know, what it looks like here where I'm sitting and what goes on behind making of my videos. So for starters, this here is my camera and lighting setup. I've got an 800 watt redhead studio light that I use. I just bounce it off the ceiling there, which, you know, sort of disperses the light evenly around and, you know, doesn't give any sort of harsh lighting on my face or anything like that. This here is my camera that I use. I've got a Canon 7D with a Rode video mic. I use a wide angle lens. I guess that's really all I can say about that. My ISO settings and that kind of stuff tend to vary depending on the outside lighting conditions, because I do have that door over there which does let in a lot of natural light, and sometimes if it's a really glaringly bright day, my settings are all going to be different. I always do try and have that light on there though, just to sort of balance the light, because there was a period where I didn't actually have any lights available. I was waiting on some bulbs to arrive from overseas, and it was really frustrating because, yeah, I just had to rely on the natural light. And over the course of a video, even if I was sitting here talking for just 10 minutes, the light would change, you know, and it was really difficult trying to match it up in the editing, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's my lighting and camera setup. So this is my couch where I sit. As you can see, it's not entirely glamorous. I got my DVD collection there. There's a whole bunch of junk on the end of the couch. This couch was just a spare that we had lying around. It had been sitting there for quite some time, and it, well, yeah, it came in handy as a backdrop for what I wanted to do. You know, we sort of thought, well, yeah, this area here with a, you know, backdrop of movies would be kind of a cool place to do my show. So that's how that came about. Another thing that I also quite often implement is this little monitor here, which is right now just kind of weird because you're seeing me looking at the thing with the camera here. I don't know, this is just blowing my freaking mind. Yeah, now sometimes I use this monitor just to get my framing right, just to make sure everything looks okay. Oh, and another thing as well is also my camera only shoots in 12-minute lots. So if I'm talking for more than 12 minutes, it's nice to know actually when the camera stops, because there have been times occasionally where I've kept talking and I go to look and it's like, oh crap, the camera's turned off. And so I've got to try and find where I stopped and then resume from where that came on, that sort of thing. So that is another handy way of knowing exactly how long I have left to talk. Alright, so I'm just going to turn this light off because these things overheat really badly. There you go, that's probably showing you the difference between what it looks like with the light and natural light. So what I then do normally is I will take the memory card out of my camera, which is located there. I'll send it down on the way now to the study where I do all my editing. So yeah, there's Putty, the cat who helps me do all my video work. Say hi, Putty. Wow, she's a natural. Anyway, so this is where I sit on my chair. Yep. Really nothing special to say about the chair. It's kind of old and worn out, but it does the job. So this is this is where I sit and do all my videos. Here is my collection of Star Wars Black Series figures and some model kits. See those two? Model kits. C-3PO, model kit. Yeah, I know. Some other little guys here, mostly movie related stuff, and then we got Arnold, he's on a skateboard. Yeah, I'm going to terminate you. Or something. Yeah. So I've chosen my recent Rings review as sort of an example of, you know, what it looks like when I edit the videos, that kind of stuff. So here is my keyboard and a whole bunch of mess, excuse the mess. Alright, so on the timeline here, so we've got along here is all the bits where I've been talking, and over the top of them is where I overlay, like, you know, videos and graphics and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll use still images, which I just get, you know, from Google image search. Sometimes I'll use video clips. I don't know, it just depends what I'm in the mood for. Video clips are probably a little bit more difficult because you got to find exactly the right clip that corresponds to what you're saying. Whereas I find using still images, I don't know, I can usually find, like, yeah, the exact image that conveys what I'm trying to say. So I do find still images easier, but sometimes I use video clips. So anyway, so once I've cut it up, and this one was actually pretty much a fairly easy edit. There weren't too many edits in this one. But one thing that I... oh, what a great picture to use. Hang on, let's find some of... Yeah, there we go. I look kind of normal. I'll also... not... Yeah, here we go. There's some color correction that goes into the shots as well, which is another thing that can be quite time consuming and people don't realize goes into it. But yeah, sometimes, I don't know, the shot will come out just a little yellowish or something like that. In this case, let's have a look here. So that's what the shot looks like. So without color correction, yeah, you can see it's quite yellowy. So with color correction, it comes out looking, yeah, well, fairly normal. So I do spend a bit of time color correcting, that sort of thing as well. You know, so as you can see, like, yeah, a bit of time is spent on editing the videos. And so once that is done, then I've got to do a YouTube thumbnail, and those I have a lot of fun doing. So I will bring up Photoshop here. Now, again, this is just an example. So like with Rings, I'll pick a background that is 1920 by 1080, which is the standard YouTube size thumbnail thingy. Then got my Movie Talk logo, which I will copy and then paste over the top of that. And just move that up to the top there. Just for the case of this video, I've just picked a selfie from something else, I don't know what, but anyway, so I'm just going to be really rough with this, but I'll take a selfie, just do. Alright, so I will then copy that bit, throw it over here, paste myself into the thing, bring that down, and probably about there. So drop that there, bring the layer down. Oh, hang on, there we go. My hair is of particular annoyance because, yeah, I've got to kind of erase around it, being that I have sort of weird hair that's everywhere. It's kind of tricky, but there you go, that looks good enough. And then over here I'll find the logo of the movie, which these days you can find pretty readily if you just type in, say, like, Rings movie logo. It'll come up. Pop that in there with movie review, and then you have a finished thumbnail. And there you have it. That is what goes into the making of one of my videos. So hope that gives you an example of exactly how much work goes into it, which, you know, like I said, I love doing. I have just, yeah, I know I've said it before, but I really have so much fun doing this channel, and I've appreciated every single person who's ever subscribed or liked my videos or commented. I've loved getting into the chats about movies, that kind of stuff, and I'm looking forward to another year of doing the same, and let's see where it goes. So thank you again to everybody, and stay tuned for more. I got something coming up about a certain movie series that I never in my life thought I would ever get into, but turns out I have. So I'm gonna do a video of that coming up very shortly. Also, Kong Skull Island is out, so I really want to review that, and yeah, heaps more coming soon. So stick around, hit subscribe if you haven't already, because I love seeing that number going up, and in the meantime, drop me some comments, let me know how I'm doing, because I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.